You know that feeling when you get back from a trip and you're just exhausted? Like you need a vacation from your vacation? For so long, travel was all about ticking boxes off a list, right? Grabbing souvenirs. But something's changing. You can feel it. We're starting to shift from just seeing the world to actually connecting with it. And, maybe even connecting with ourselves a little better. Welcome to the new age of meaningful tourism. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by looking at why the tourism industry is at this massive crossroads. Then we'll dive into why we, as travelers, are searching for something deeper. After that, we'll introduce this brand new idea that ties it all together, see how it's already working in the real world, and then we'll wrap up by asking, what does all this mean for you?
All right, first up, the state of the industry. The way we've been traveling for the past 50, 60 years, well, it's kind of hitting a wall. The system is strained, and it's facing a real identity crisis.
I mean, let's just ask the big, bold question right out of the gate. Is tourism broken? It sounds dramatic, I know. But after decades of just explosive growth, we're starting to see some serious cracks in the foundation. And honestly, the evidence, well, it's pretty hard to ignore. And the warning signs are popping up everywhere. Professor Wolfgang George Art has pointed this out so clearly. You've got over-tourism, where locals are literally being pushed out of their own neighborhoods. There's this growing feeling of Fleischskam, that's Swedish for flight shame, about our carbon footprint. On top of that, the industry can't find enough staff, and some of our favorite destinations are literally threatened by climate change. It's gotten so bad that the whole idea of tourism is shifting from being about joy to being about pollution. But here's the thing. This isn't just about the industry's problems. There's another huge shift happening, and it's happening inside of us. As travelers, we're not just looking for a getaway anymore. We're looking for something more. We're on an inner journey. And this search for meaning, well, it's not happening in a bubble. Look at this number. Recent studies have found a 24.1% detection rate for depressive risk among young adults. That's almost 1 in 4. And a huge piece of that puzzle is a feeling that their lives lack meaning. So what do? They start looking for that meaning in new experiences, and travel is right at the top of that list. Which brings us to this really cool concept from psychology, the memorable tourism experience, or MTE. Think about it for a second. An MTE isn't just having a nice day on the beach. It's that time you got hopelessly lost in a foreign city and ended up having this incredible, life-changing conversation with a local shopkeeper. That's an MTE. It's an experience that's so emotionally powerful, it just sticks with you, and you find yourself thinking about it long after you've unpacked. And this isn't some niche idea. The academic world is really digging into this. In fact, the title of the research paper that defined MTEs says it all. It's no longer about just escaping our daily lives. Travel is being seen as a legit tool for improving our mental health, for finding purpose. It's literally about awakening the soul. So how exactly does this happen? What turns a trip into something meaningful? Well, this chart breaks it down perfectly. The biggest piece of the pie, that first bar at over 46%, is what psychologists call positive affect. Basically, just the pure joy and positive feelings you get. But check out that second bar, self-reflection, at almost 20%. That's the key. It shows it's not just about feeling good, it's about thinking deeply about why you feel good.
So here's the crucial point, where everything comes together. You've got an industry in crisis at the exact same time that travelers are desperate for more meaning. A truly memorable trip isn't just a luxury anymore. It's becoming a powerful, almost essential tool for our own psychological growth.
Okay, so if individuals are looking for meaning, how do you turn that into a solution that can fix the entire industry? Well, let's explore a new paradigm that's designed to do just that, to benefit everyone and everything that travel touches. And this is it. This is Professor Arlt's big idea, meaningful tourism. Now let's be super clear. This isn't just another buzzword for eco-tours. No, this is a radical rethinking of the entire system. The goal is simple, but it's huge. Every single person and part of the travel experience, the traveler, the local host, the hotel staff, the environment, the local economy, everybody wins. And it is so important to get this distinction right. You might hear people talk about meaningful travel, and that's great, but that's really all about you, the traveler, and your personal journey. Meaningful tourism, on the other hand, is the whole shebang. It looks at everything, how the hotel was built, if the local community is thriving, even how to make business trips more beneficial. It's the entire ecosystem. And hey, this is not just some theory stuck in a textbook. It is happening right now, and it's moving fast.
The Meaningful Tourism Center was only created in 2021. And just look at this. A year later, you've got awards. The year after that, an index to actually measure it, then workshops. And now a massive industry group, PATA, has adopted this vision for the whole Asia-Pacific region. This thing has serious momentum.
So, the big question is, what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's shift from the theory to the practice and see how this future is already taking shape around us.
Okay, take a look at Vilnius, Lithuania. It's a perfect case study. They've built their entire city's identity not just on their beautiful old architecture, but on being the greenest city in the making. That focus on sustainability doesn't just attract tourists, it makes the city better for the people who actually live there. That's meaningful tourism in action.
And you know what's playing a surprisingly huge role in all this? Technology, but maybe not how you'd expect. We're talking about AI that can translate conversations in real time, breaking down language barriers and letting us connect on a deeper human level. We're talking about AI that redesigns flight paths to slash emissions. It's making the whole process smarter and better for everyone.
And let's just stick with that environmental piece for a second, because this is wild. You know those white trails you see behind jets in the sky? They're called contrails, and they are responsible for about 35% of all warming caused by aviation. That's a huge deal. But by using AI to predict where these contrails will form, we can actually reroute planes and cut them by an incredible 54%. That is a massive, meaningful change.
And for anyone who's still skeptical, thinking this is all just about feeling good, well, the numbers don't lie. Look at this. The company hotelplanner.com started using AI booking agents, and they've already brought in over £150,000 in new revenue. This proves you don't have to choose between purpose and profit. In fact, meaningful tourism shows that they have to go hand in hand. All right, we've looked at the problem, we've explored our own search for meaning, and we've seen a new solution that is already starting to work. So now, let's bring it all back home. What does this all mean for your journey? So, if you're going to remember one thing from all this, let it be this. The crisis in the tourism industry and our own personal search for meaning, they are not two separate things. They're two sides of the same coin, and the solution for one is the solution for the other. Meaningful tourism is the framework that connects our own growth with the health of the planet and its communities. And the best part? This isn't some fantasy for the future. It's happening right now. In the end, it really all comes down to a choice. The future of travel isn't just about aspiring to go somewhere cool for Instagram. It's about being intentional. It's about realizing that every flight you book, every hotel you stay in, every tour you take, it's a chance. A chance for real connection, for real growth, and to make a real positive impact. So the question isn't just where are you going next, it's how are you going to travel?